Judge, this is the case of anger management.
Thanks, Nick. Based on my paperwork, what I believe we have here is a full plate of foolishness with a side of hot mess and a tiny taste of tacky. So let me see if I can choke this meal down.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Maria Denton and Donnie Denton. The two of you have been married for 11 months. And you've already decided that this is not going to work out. Mrs. Denton, you're suing Mr. Denton for a certain amount of money. We will talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Mrs. Denton, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me about your relationship and why we're here in divorce court today?
Your Honor, I'm here today because I'm stuck between my boyfriend, Donnie, and my husband, Donnie, who's a deadbeat.
Your Honor, that's not even accurate. How the am I a deadbeat?
You know nothing.
I raised a child that's not even mine.
You don't do nothing
I
for
raised
it.
a child that's not even mine.
Hey, Mr. Denton, I appreciate your fervor, but you gotta let go of the language. You heard?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Don't be sorry. Just be on board. All right, Mrs. Denton. Why don't you continue to tell me what you were telling me?
He has anger problems, Your Honor.
I don't have anger problems.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
You can't even have a decent conversation with him without him losing his temper.
Well, you lost me in the beginning when you said he don't like your boyfriend.
No, he
I
don't.
mean, you're
Exactly.
married
Your Honor.
to this cat over here for less than a year, and you got a boyfriend.
That she plans on marrying, exactly.
Oh,
Explain how that happened.
because me and my daughter went up to see him, and he threw us out and had another girl in
Yeah,
there 2
because
days
you wouldn't
later.
do nothing as a wife.
Stop. Now, when did this incident occur where you threw her, where she came home and saw you with another woman?
She didn't catch me with another woman, Your Honor. She didn't. And she can sit here and say that she did. But I left to go work on the oil field.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and I was staying in a hotel. And I got them up there, and she wouldn't do nothing as a wife.
No, that's not true. I would do everything.
No. So, what things was she refusing to do?
Okay, she barely ever cleaned. I was working 12 to 14 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
She barely ever cleaned the house or the hotel room. I would come home to the hotel from work looking like dirt and oil.
Mm-hmm.
I worked for an oil field company. And I would have to clean and pick up. And then she claims, well, I was chasing your daughter around all day. No, put her in the floor, put TV on, and do your wifely duties.
Okay, just because she's crawling and everything, you can't make your baby sit in one place. She was pulling stuff down
Now,
constantly.
Miss Denton, I've had children, so I know what's up. I can still keep the house clean. What was the problem?
I kept trying to keep the house clean.
The problem is she's lazy, Your
was.
Honor.
Every time I would turn around, she was pulling stuff down. I was going behind her every 5 minutes. It seemed like.
Well, I
Yeah,
guess.
but you're not the first woman to have a daughter, and
I'm not.
And a lot of us managed to keep them together
I know.
and keep the house together.
I know, Your Honor, and it was hard because I was the only one doing it.
No, you would
Right,
not.
I get it.
You really?
Yeah, my
I was the
mommy
only one
did
doing
it.
I was doing laundry for him because he wouldn't do nothing for himself hardly.
What?
I was doing his laundry because he said, "Oh, I need my laundry. I'll go do it."
Oh, you coming in here light, Miss Denton. You gonna talk about I had a baby pulling stuff down, so I couldn't
I
do
did.
nothing.
I was trying to get everything done. I was first time mom doing everything on my own.
Get
He came
it.
in.
And had a full-time job. I don't even want to hear all that. So, what did you do once you decided that she wasn't pulling her weight?
I was actually at my buddy Kyle's, and I would go to his shop, and I was working on a car. It was a Dodge Durango 2008. And my intentions were fixing it up and giving her a car for her and her baby because she was always complaining about not being able to go nowhere. Well, she stayed in a hotel in the middle of town. I worked outside of town. And
You had ways to go places,
Stop.
though.
I worked outside of town, and if I needed to go somewhere, yeah, I had buddies I worked with. Yeah, I make friends. She's just too lazy to even do anything. She's too lazy to even make friends. She can't.
Not true.
You had a stroller and you couldn't even get out
I didn't have
and
the
walk
stroller with me, Donnie. I had to leave it behind.
Look, there was a park not even 0.2 miles away from the hotel.
It was
She couldn't
further than
make
that.
it.
She couldn't even walk that.
It was further than that. It was 1.5 miles away. I'm
Like-
sorry, and I'm carrying a baby around all the time?
It was 0.2 miles away.
No,
there was
I
a
checked
swimming
it.
pool. There was a playground.
the
There was
time you
everything there. I walked there.
You walked there.
Yeah, plenty of times.
When I asked you to go do that with us, what'd you say? No, I'm too tired. Or you would go out with your
because
friends.
I had to do your duties and mine.
No, you didn't have to do my
Yeah,
duties.
I
I was
did.
doing them
Well,
on my
I
own.
wasn't gonna sit there and let it not be done.
Miss Denton, what do you say when afield?
His anger. His anger is a main problem in our relationship.
It ain't anger. It's just
Explain it
passionate
to me.
about my life.
Give me an
because-
example.
When we were living with my family, he shoved a doorknob up my ass.
Damn right I
and then
did.
laughed about it.
Damn right I did.
How did that happen?
Well, her family has been disrespecting me for months on months after the fact that I left, and when I found out that they were behind on rent, I started working free to help them on rent. I called them up on 2 months of rent in 2 weeks.
Again with the language, Mr.
Sorry.
Denton. I know
You
you're
don't even
upset.
help out with anything else.
I helped your family out with rent. I got y'all caught up on rent. Your family
Was in that house, yes.
was 2 months behind on rent in the house that y'all were living in
Yes,
Gore.
but
So
I
I
was
don't want to
also-
hear that. Tell me I don't have responsibility. I caught y'all up on rent. I made sure that y'all had what y'all needed. I had a job. I had everything. The only thing I didn't have at the time was a vehicle.
But
so
I
I
was
don't want to
also-
hear that. And you sit there and you say, I don't do nothing. Okay, if I don't do nothing, why was I raising your child? The
You
one
don't
threw
even
in my
help with
face?
her.
You sat in the floor like a 2-year-old.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Threw the rings at me, said go give them to my slut.
Because
my
you had
side
other
piece.
girls.
The only
You
person
had
I
other
was
girls.
was my hand, which is Jill.
Whatever.
Oh my God!
Because I caught you.
Mrs. Denton, is he accurate that he actually helped catch your family up on rent?
He helped with that, but you know, after everything he did, he turned around. They tried to be nice to them. He wouldn't have respect
Tried
for
to
them.
be nice.
Stop.
He disrespected my family in so many different ways. He got in my face.
Yeah, I did. She deserved it. Every one of them deserve it.
And then my boyfriend that I have now, he sit there and helps out with
Boyfriend?
Hazel.
You're legally married to me.
Stop.
How you got a boyfriend?
Because you had another girl in there and you were her.
Face, little.
Hey. Now, y'all,
I got messages, Your Honor.
I
She
understand.
said she only wants me.
Hey, I'm talking.
I got a boyfriend because I got tired of him.
Be
So
divorced.
let's talk to the boyfriend.
How you gonna lay up
done
in
with
bed
you.
with my wife?
I don't think.
She's done with you.
Huh? Oh yeah, where's the papers? There is no papers
Your
stating
pussy
that
has
she's
more to
divorced.
sign 'em.
Come on.
All
right.
Come on.
Hey. When did you get a boyfriend? How deep into the marriage did you get a boyfriend?
After he said he was done, I didn't date anybody till after I lost his baby, after he said he didn't care. He flat out told me that I'm glad you lost the baby because no child deserves to have a mother like you.
They don't. They don't.
Did that happen?
Yes, ma'am, it did, because she was sitting there being suicidal. She was sitting there talking about
I was
killing.
depressed.
You were sitting there talking about killing yourself in my hotel room.
No, I
and
wasn't
that's
doing
why
it
I
there.
snatched Hazel out of your arms. Go ahead and lead up to that point, how I snatched Hazel out of your arms.
You were
Multiple
snatching Hazel out of
occasions.
my
You
arms.
threatened me in the house that I got you in. The
No,
house that I got
I
you in
didn't
that was your
threaten you.
granddad's, you threatened to stab me.
I
So,
never
yeah,
threatened you.
Okay, yeah, you did. in
No,
the
I
kitchen.
never threatened you.
There was people in that house when you did it.
I never
They
threatened
called
you. I
the
sit there.
police because they didn't even know what to do.
You pushed me on the ground, cleaning out shit, and you pushed me on the ground.
My goodness.
You don't come at me threatening.
I wasn't threatening you. I told you to step away from me.
Hey. I still don't understand how you got a boyfriend.
I got a boyfriend because I got tired of him. I got tired of him. He said he was done. I was done. That was it.
So
But we wasn't legally
so
divorced.
let's talk to the boyfriend. Now your name is Donovan too, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're very tall.
Yes, I am.
How long have you been dating Mrs. Denton?
We've been dating her for a month.
You been, a whole 30 days.
Yeah. I've
Now-
known him since I was 16.
Did you know she was married?
Yes, I did, but he's too to take her his own daughter.
Bitch, you're Come on. You want to watch me myself?
Hey.
Boy.
Stop cursing. You're the judge, right? Stay here.
He's with my married wife. How you gonna
She's
lay
done
up in
with
bed
you.
with my wife?
I don't think.
She's done with you.
Huh? Oh yeah, where's the papers? Come on.
Hey,
All right.
Come on.
Hey,
You're
now
not
look.
Well, stay here. Calm down.
Now look, I know you're upset, but we're gonna try to get through this in a reasonable fashion, okay?
She's married and laid up in a bed longer than a month.
Why couldn't you wait till you got divorced? You had a baby with another dude. This new dude took the baby with another dude, married you. Now things are funky in that relationship, and now you got another dude. Do you see anything wrong
I see it.
with the way in
Obviously
which
not.
you conducting business?
I see it. It's just, I got tired of
You
him.
don't see nothing.
How
you
tired
obviously
could you
don't.
be? You were married 11 months.
He can't control his temper, and he drinks.
Because I'm passionate about my family who's cheating on me.
Cheating, you're the one that was cheating.
I'm not cheating, not
How
once.
had another
Like I
girl-
said before, the only
Let me
person-
ask you this. Where do you get that cheating stuff from? On what do you base that allegation? Does any of this and any of her history frighten you?
Her family members actually love me, and I've actually known her since since she was 16. Mm-hmm. So I used to be a bull rider.
Well, you win another rodeo now. Where do you get that cheating stuff from? On what do you base that allegation?
I caught him. I went through his phone one day, and it was on there.
What?
He
What
was
did-
messaging
what did
other
you
women.
see?
He was messaging other women
She
saying...
seen messages from a year ago.
No, it wasn't even a year ago.
Yeah, it was, because I asked you in person. I said, did you look at the date? And you're like, oh, no, I didn't. And I showed you the date, and you said, I'm sorry. I should have looked at the date, because I was
No,
working.
that wasn't even a year. We
Yes,
were
it
together.
was.
We were together when it happened. You said, oh, because we weren't
Let
even
me
in a different
ask
town.
you this. I'm not sure I had it right. I've been saying you're married for 11 months, but that's not true.
No, we've been
No.
together.
You've been
married
together for 11 months, married for 5, and things got that jacked up that soon.
Because she
Yes.
can't stay faithful to her husband,
I
who's
was
out there
faithful.
busting his ass for his family.
I was faithful. I never once cheated on you. When you said you
Whatever.
were done, I was done.
Whatever.
Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to do. Mr. Taffner, does any of this and any of her history frighten you?
No, it does not.
I mean, given her history so far, she seems to move from dude to dude fairly quickly.
Yes, she does.
Why are you comfortable that you are gonna last a little while?
Her family members actually love me, and I've actually known her since since she was 16. Mm-hmm. So I used to be a bull rider.
You used to be a
Rodeo.
bull rider. Well, you win another rodeo now. When they get a divorce, when the divorce is final, are you gonna marry her?
Let him.
I am.
I don't care if he does.
Well,
She's going to move on to the next
Oh,
guy.
listen.
Next guy to the next guy to the next guy.
I got plenty to say to you, and it's all gonna be nice.
What about the text messages where you were threatening him because he was around
You know
my daughter?
what?
Let me see the text message, but were you sleeping with him at the time?
No.
Yeah, she was.
He was in another town.
You lied to me. You said you kicked him out of the house that you live in, and
Because
come to
I
find
didn't
out he
wanna
was
fight
still
with you.
there.
'Cause I didn't wanna
know
fight
what?
with you
Not
anymore.
once did I cheat on you.
Mr. Denton. Oh, Mr. Denton.
She came over to my hotel room
Mr.
last night
Denton.
telling me she wanted to work things out with me. I said, no, I think we should be friends. Before she left, she said, I want to kiss you.
No.
She said, but you left.
No.
Wait a minute.
No,
Before you left my hotel room
Mr.
last
Denton,
night, you know what you
could you
told
stand
me?
next to Mr. Denton for me? Because I'm not getting anywhere here.
Working with you.
Did you actually come to see him last
I
night?
went over there. He said he wanted, but I didn't talk very long. I left.
No,
Did you tell
well,
him that you wanted to try to work it out?
No, I told him
Did
to
you
be
ask
civil.
for a kiss?
No.
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
never
you
once
did.
asked
Lie
for
through your
kiss.
teeth. Lie through your
Sounds
teeth
like
and
something
more.
you do.
No, I wouldn't kiss him, and I'm done.
Lie through your teeth and more because you came
Why?
over there to
Why
me.
would I go
you
from something
told-
like this to back to like this?
You know what?
Well, that was unnecessary.
You know what? You know what?
Hey, I got Mr. Taffner. People are what they do, especially if they do it regularly. I'm just saying that
He's
to
an
you
adulterer, that's what
so
he is.
you can just take a step back,
Sleeping with my wife.
take a look at what's going on, and make sure this is what you want to do. That's all I'm going to say. You look like a nice fella, other than the fact that you're sleeping with somebody else's wife, which is just not good conduct. Do you know what I mean? You wait until...
I didn't move in with them until the end of June.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Married-
Longer than a month.
They're still married.
Thank you.
Paperwork wasn't even filed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to wait. Everybody can't just jump into bed the moment you get the urge. You got to look at what's going on. See what the circumstances are. If love is true, if love is right, if love is real, it'll wait on you. It doesn't have to be right now.
No.
But Mr. Taffner, thank you so much. Why don't you have a little seat over there before something breaks out in here? You want $200 from him because you say he broke your cell phone.
Yes.
Tell me how that happened.
I was at work while he was at home taking care of the baby.
Exactly.
And he
Baby,
threw
that's
it-
not mine.
He threw it against the wall because I didn't take the Wi-Fi phone to work with me because
No,
I
broke my phone. I slammed my
Let her
phone on the
finish, let her
table.
finish, let her finish.
He threw a phone that I got when I was pregnant with my daughter, who has pictures of when she was born, all the way up till she was 3 months old, and I can't get none of that back.
Okay. What do you have to say about that, Mr.
I didn't
Mr.
throw
Denton?
her phone. I don't even know what she's talking about because her phone that she took to work, I threw mine.
No.
I threw it on a table. I smashed it on my coffee table and stomped on it. There was 2 people in that house and watched it happen.
I got it.
That was another phone. I'm talking
No,
about my
it was
phone
the
that I got
phone that
while I
you're
was
I got it.
talking
Hey,
about.
hey, hey,
Which is mine.
hey. I'm done. Mr. Denton, you seem like a nice, hard-working dude, and you're mad for a reason. I ain't mad at you for being mad for the reason that you have. You married a woman who had somebody else's kid. You took care of them. Then you went to work. And you went to work in an oil field, and that is I ain't never been out in one, but I know it's difficult to do. Then you come home, and she talking about she too busy holding on to a baby to cook you a meal or to do anything. I think that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
I'll make sure you have meals.
I've had a baby. I had 4 step kids, 2 kids, and a job. Put people in jail, come home, fix dinner, and the house was clean. I don't want to hear it. Now, let me say this to you. When you move forward and shake off all of this weight you got on your shoulders, I want you to go home and have a party. I want you to go home and pretend this never happened. You finalize the divorce. You get it done. Don't be mad. Don't let her live with you. Don't be angry. Don't be upset. Don't be anything. Just be free. Just be free. And she's not above being one of them women that call you back, hey, don't listen to it.
That's what she did.
Well,
she came over to my...
I know. On her phone number, put the name do not answer. So when her phone number comes up, it says do not answer, and don't. You trifling. And I'm gonna tell you something.
I wouldn't have been that way towards him, Your Honor.
It doesn't matter. We were married.
You're trifling.
I
don't care what he did. If you wanted to leave him, leave him.
I didn't want to leave him.
Ms. Denton, you're trifling, you don't learn, you don't know when to be quiet. I'm telling you, your life is going to be a trail of babies and exes if you don't get it together. You have to deny yourself your immediate wants. If you're going to be a mother and a wife, you have to do things that are difficult. You don't have to feel like everything happening all the time. You don't have to feel happy. What you have to do is do your job as a woman and a mother.
I've been trying. I honestly have been.
Try harder. If you mention the word depression, which always, I hear that, I understand that. And if you are, get help.
I have been, and that's the thing is when I lost the baby, he didn't help. He didn't make anything better.
I get it, but
why should I help when you got so...
Hey.
He wasn't there
This
when I...
ugly
Yes, he was.
show is over. I wish you both the best. I ain't no way in the world I'm giving you $200 for nothing. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
What's your take on everything that went down
I
today?
mean, I thought he was good at first. He was good at my kid, and then he turns around and he does what he did. It's pointless.
Talk to me a little bit about how you're going to move forward from here.
I got a new contract, and this is the least of my worries. So there you go, man. He can have her.